Hi everyone, my name is Amanda. Welcome to my channel Baby Tree. So today I'm going to be showing you how to grow Japanese maples from seed. Something about me, I actually love anime, and in my household we love anime, and I've had the opportunity a couple of times to go to Japan, and I absolutely fell in love with the beautiful Japanese maples they have over there in the Japanese gardens. So I now have a few maples growing in our backyard, and I tried a year ago growing them from seed and we had some success. So I'm going to show you that today, and I'm also going to show you how we did it. So let's get into it. So it's actually really simple to grow Japanese maples from seed, but a lot of people do get scared off because they need to go through something that is called a stratification process, which basically means you need to fake a winter. So the best way to do that is to put them in the fridge and trick them into thinking they've gone through winter, now it's spring, now they're ready to germinate. So what we're going to do first is I'm just going to get just a glass of water. So simple. And I have these Japanese maples I ordered from the Seed Collection online. You can get them from lots of different websites. Some you might find seem to be a bit more fresh than others, and you do want them sort of fresh because seeds have a bit of an expiry date. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tip these straight into my glass of water. Okay. You can see they're kind of floating. If I move my finger around, maybe some will sink, maybe not. Okay, so none of them are sinking. It's not a good sign. So usually you want them to sink. It just means they're the most viable. They still can sink, so that's why we're going to let them soak for 24 hours and then have a look again tomorrow and see which ones sunk, which ones didn't, and we move on to the next step. Okay, so I didn't want you to have to wait 24 hours for an update, so I did these last night. As you can see, there are a few that have sunk to the bottom, so this is good. And there's a couple on top still. They're probably not going to be that good, but we'll give them a go anyway. I never quit on them. So we're going to get these. First I got to empty out the water, get my seeds, and we're going to wet some paper towel. Okay, so that's what we'll do first. I'm just going to wet some paper towel. I'm going to rinse it out a little bit. Pull it apart. Okay, so it's damp, but it's not like soaking wet, so it's good. But we want to keep it damp, so you don't want your paper towel to dry out. Basically, it's going to go in the fridge for about three months. Last year it took me 4 months in the fridge, and I don't know if it's because I do live in a hot climate. I don't know if it was to do with the quality of the seeds, but basically it took 4 months last time. Might take that again. We'll give it a go. So we want paper towel that's wet. I'm going to empty these seeds, the water. Okay. So we have these little seeds. So cute. Okay, and we're just going to put them in the paper towel. It honestly doesn't really matter. I have found like how much you spread them apart, they tend to move a little bit anyway, and there's a little bit, couple more in there. Okay, so next we use our secret ingredient. I have seen it online a few times that people use cinnamon, and they basically put it on your seeds and the damp paper towel. So I'll show you how I'm going to do this. And I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit of cinnamon. And apparently this is to help it not go moldy. I've tried this with a few different seeds. Sometimes they do still go moldy, but I do find that the ones that have cinnamon, it definitely is a lot less. So I find that it does work. Okay, so we've got our wet paper towel. Literally, we're so close to finishing. We put this in a little zip bag. Sometimes people will use alfoil you can do that too. So you can wrap it in alfoil, pop it in the fridge, or you can just put it in like a Ziploc bag like this. Zip it up and put it in the fridge. I just find this way is a little bit easier to keep it moist, because if you check it after a month and it's feeling tiny dry, you can just literally spray a little bit of water in the bag and it keeps the moisture in really well. So we're going to pop that in the fridge for like 3-4 months. We'll check it after 2 months, see if anything has germinated. And now I'm going to show you the success that we had from last year. I'm so excited to show you the success from last year. Just keep in mind, these are Acer palmatum, so they're just a very basic, common Japanese maple. Still so beautiful, and so beautiful in the autumn still. I actually find they're also really beautiful in the spring when they get their new fresh leaves. So let's have a look. They're still babies, so we can't be too picky. Look at this beautiful one. So you can see the fresh new leaves because at the moment it is spring here. It's early spring, and you can see the pinky color and the fresh new leaves. This is one of them. This one's a bit taller. This one's actually getting quite tall. You can see. And again, look at those beautiful pink little leaves at the top starting to open up. I swear, every time I come outside to record, it is so windy. Okay, I also have this little one here. So beautiful. These have been in really windy weather for about a month. I just want to show you. Like, it is blowing them all the time, and I was actually worried that they were going to shrivel up, which they do sometimes. They've been handling it really well, and part of me feels like protecting all my plants, taking them out of the weather, and then part of me is also like, no, they have to grow strong and resilient. I just have to let them handle the climate. This is another one. It's a lot smaller. It's actually interesting because all of these are the same age. I did them all at the same time a year ago, and as you can see, the sizes of them are quite dramatically different, and I don't know if it's because some were getting more sun than others or what, but they've all grown quite different. Now I'm going to show you the ones who don't have their leaves yet over here. So some of these have not made it. As you can see, this little guy, he didn't make it, and this little guy also did not make it, but this one is still very green. It does have a lot of color left in it. It might get some leaves, we'll see, hopefully. This one still has a lot of color in the top as well, and might open up some leaves soon. And this one here, I'm hoping this one will start shooting out some leaves soon as well. But yeah, so we have 4 with leaves at the moment. If I told you how many we started off, the success rate is not high, but I'm struggling with climate and all sorts of things sometimes go against us here. We have really windy weather and heat and humidity, and we did also have a couple of accidents. I don't know if you can see this greenhouse behind me. I used to have them in there, and there was an accident with bad weather, and that actually blew over. All the plants just fell out all over the ground. Soil, dirt, plants, all in a big schmozzle, and I was very sad and I got emotional. That was stressful. So I am happy that we came out with some that actually survived. So there you go, guys. These are the steps that I followed to grow my cute little Japanese maple trees that I started a year ago. So I hope that it can be successful for you as well. Also, if you do know any other tips that really help the success rate really soar, please let us know in the comments. It's always good to help each other out. But thank you for tuning in, and I hope you have an absolutely amazing day, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.